Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Ricamus Reacts to RWBY. My name is Ricamus, and today I will be reacting to the Weiss character short for Volume 5 of RWBY. I'm sorry I'm a little late on this. I was really busy this week, and well, I've been really busy since I moved, hence not putting out any new videos. Thank you guys if you haven't unsubscribed yet. um, and welcome to any new subscribers. And like I said in my last video, I understand if you unsubscribed. I haven't really been around and making videos, so hopefully I'm going to get back into the making 1 or 2 videos a week at least. Maybe more. We'll see how it goes. Things have been a little bit busy with work and everything else. So yeah, so I'm really excited for the character short. I honestly don't know what to expect, and I've managed, even though I'm doing this late, I've managed to avoid all spoilers for it, which is fantastic. I think I may have seen like one little thing on Facebook of like some art of Winter recording Weiss, so I don't know when this is falling in the timeline or whatever. I do know that Weiss seems to be wearing her old outfit again, so I don't know if it just happens to be that this is her combat version, and it's still taking place after she's left, or if this is something that's happening before she puts on her new outfit or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, I am very excited to finally be watching this, and let's just get into it, and I will talk afterwards. So, here we go.
It starts with the unexpected love
This is beautiful.
of something dear. The warmth that comforted and cradled just disappears.
So I wonder what's going on. It looks like she's home, obviously.
Just an endless empty hole. The light that showed the way is gone, and darkness takes control.
That is cool.
Are quick to fill the void.
These aren't her summons, are they?
Through isolation,
Or are they... Oh, maybe Winter is testing her? Hmm. Ooh, that's cool. I'll have to listen to this music afterward. Oh, that was a cool shot. Melting everything around her. I love that. Gravity. Wow, this is like a dance. I mean, that's how she fights, but still, it's really cool to see it like that. Oh, that was cool. Eesh. That's... Don't mess with Weiss. Jeez. See her fight without a weapon. What's she gonna do? It was training, yeah. I mean, I kind of wish I hadn't been spoiled about that, but still.
I'm not always going to be around to save you, Weiss.
Seriously.
I'm sorry. I'll get better.
You'll have to if you ever want to leave.
Oh. So is this... This must be before... Oh, wait, God, she doesn't have the scar. Yeah, this is before. Love how I wasn't paying attention to that. So, yeah. Cool. Wow. So, boy, I'm glad I didn't rush getting into that. So, I... Yeah, I love that. I figured that some of her training, or most of her training, was done by Winter. Um, and I like that this is something that she's reflecting on now that she is going to Winter. Um, shoot, did that mess up my... No, okay. Um, so this is clearly before the royal test or whatever happened with the Ice Knight, which I should actually look into what is supposedly canon in the manga of I think it was a Geist that possessed the armor, and then she was able to destroy that, whatever. Um, and so that may have been the point where she was pushed. She had pushed past, and she was like basically ready to move on, move outward, leave. Like she clearly wanted to leave Atlas for a while, and even though at this time she still very much had that entitled attitude, which I'm not talking about her showing that in this video, but I'm saying this is before she made the changes during RWBY volumes 1, 2, and 3, and 4 even. So even though it was before these changes took place, um, she still wanted to leave. Even though she was heavily influenced by her father and by uh, her family, um, she was still actively trying to better herself so she could get away from all of that. And it's an interesting thing. It makes me think of people who are really pushing to leave maybe like a small town, and even though they are shaped by that town, and they may have... I'm trying to put this delicately. They may have a small-minded view set. They still want to go out and experience the world, um, and they don't truly change until they're in the world. But they know that they want more. They still they have to work hard to leave, to be able to get out. I mean, so this is something that a lot of people, I don't know what it's like in other places, but definitely in the US, people get trapped in their small towns with their narrow-minded view sets, and um, they work really hard. A lot of the people that stand out will often work really hard to get out. They may not have, in a lot of times they don't have the financial resources to get out and go to like a good school, or move to a bigger city and get a job there. In Weiss's case, it's not really a financial block. It's more of a skill block. I mean, she needs to get to a point where she is skilled enough to go somewhere where her family, excuse me, sorry, she's skilled enough to leave and go somewhere where her family's influence what's going to um, isn't what's going to help her succeed. Even though she does have that entitled viewpoint, that that and yeah, even though she is entitled at the time, and she could have whatever she wants in Atlas as long as she sort of plays ball with whatever her father wants, and she wants more, and she needs to get strong enough so that she can succeed away from there. And so I think yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is that she was able to accept that at this time. Uh, but she still had a lot of growth to do afterwards. Anyway, so it was really cool to see her training. I'm assuming that Winter did a majority of her training. Let's get back to that. And it was really cool to see. I mean, she clearly didn't go easy on her. Huh. I'm reflecting on it, and I'm thinking about how I said that it was a bit of a dance, and she's always been elegant in the way that she fights, but it seemed so much more formalized in this, and it almost looked choreographed. And in that case, it is almost like she knows the moves, but she can't. Well, as soon as like she knows what to do in the situation and sort of like the expected things, and so this is how you handle a situation. But as soon as she's out of her element, she loses her sword. What does she do? um, and she doesn't know what to do at that point. And luckily, it was training. She falls back on the crutch of Winter being able to stop everything. But Winter says you have to improve. You have to do something else. And you can even see that reflected in so you see that reflected in Volume 1, episode chapter. Which one? God, it was like chapter 5 or 6, the one where she's surrounded by Grimm. Ruby ran ahead and wasn't with her, and she's being so very formal in how she fights and really over analyzing how she's going to do things. Not being, I mean, granted, Ruby was part of the problem in this situation too, but she is fully she's so wrapped up in the proper way to fight that she is less aware of what's going on around her, and almost sets the forest on fire, and doesn't see Ruby coming. And like I said, Ruby wasn't communicating either, so it was a mismatch in general. But it was messed up in general. But it was. So we do see her kind of sticking to the forms that she's supposed to in the beginning. But then we also see that moment a few episodes later in chapters 9 and 10. So I guess it's chapter 10, the Badge and the Burden Part 2, where she's fighting the Borbotusk, and she does lose her sword. I forget the name of it right now. But so she does lose her sword during that fight, and rather than panic, I mean, she is able to recover her sword at least, and finish the match. So she has grown. She has grown at this point. And so you, but and she still is very elegant in her fighting throughout, and but I think she becomes more and better at thinking outside the box and fighting under different circumstances. I mean, that really comes to a head when she's fighting the uh, in the tournament, and she's able to kind of do whatever it takes to win, even at the sacrifice of herself. She becomes more selfless, obviously. But I mean, that was a little bit of a different kind of thing. That's more of a she. Yeah, okay, whatever. But anyway, it's interesting that she is. All right, I'm definitely gonna cut this down because I'm just kind of rambling about different things I'm thinking about Weiss. I know Weiss has had the most development. In fact, she is probably my favorite member of Team RWBY right now. And honestly, when I first watched the trailers, that was my favorite trailer was actually hers. I liked seeing the fight and her reflecting back on the fight in such a public setting, and actually that is, uh, yeah. In general, she is always reflecting. Mirror, mirror, right? I need to go back and listen to that song again, by the way, more closely. But yeah, she's always reflecting, and in this case, she's all right. Okay. I'm all over the place right now, but anyway, she is reflecting on what she had to do, or what the moment where possibly the moment where she realized that she wasn't, even though she was a great fighter, um, at that point she wasn't doing enough to exceed, to excel, to get to a point where she could then go to another kingdom and excel at another school and be a true huntsman or huntress. Yeah, I'm sort of rambling. Basically, I'm excited to see her interactions with Winter now. I'm wondering actually if in the front half of Volume 5, we're actually going to have sort of take a back seat to what's going on with Ruby, since she's sort of made it to Mistral, and see. everybody else sort of making their way to Mistral as well. So we may see a little bit more of Weiss and Blake before we see Yang and RWBY. I don't know. There might be things that happen on the way for Yang as well. And I mean, we're probably going to see RWBY and Team Junior, or Ranger, or whatever we want to call it, Orange. Um, we're probably going to see a little bit of them, but I feel like the major focus in Volume 4 was more of Team Ranger. I'm wondering if the rest of Team RWBY is going to get a larger focus, at least in the front half of Volume 5. Hence, seeing the Weiss trailer, and then there's also going to be the Blake and, not trailers, but character shorts. Then we're going to see the Blake and the Yang ones. I'm wondering if they're also going to be reflecting, or if reflecting on the past. Well, maybe with Blake. Actually, all of them have things to reflect on in the past, so that could be interesting. Um, but I mean, the reason I was thinking that it might be more of a Weiss thing is because Weiss's whole thing is the mirror that she is constantly reflecting on, seeing seeing herself, seeing how she is perceived, and using what she sees in the mirror to sort of be what others want her to be rather than what she wants to be. And in Volume 4, she has now, like in the song, shattered the mirror, so that her mind and heart are one. She can move beyond, do what she wants to do, kind of be free of the family and the expectations within the mirror. But she's still now reflecting back on what she was before, and the things that are possibly pushing her beyond, that have pushed her that have helped her to succeed by showing where she was lacking. I don't know. Like I said, I've been jumping around a lot. I'm sure this required a lot more editing than I wanted it to. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she interacts with Winter. I mean, Winter is in Mistral, so I'm wondering if she's going to run into RWBY along the way. I'm wondering if she's actually going to run into any issues getting to Mistral, as a stowaway, and it's going to be more of a, like, she takes part of the journey on this airship, and then the rest of the journey she has to sneak around and do other kind of, like, take multiple paths. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I'm very excited to see the next character shorts. I'm sure that they will be coming out. So I mean, if this is coming out October, did it say 14th? Let me look at that again. Did I close it? I think I might have closed it. Yeah, I closed it. Well, it's coming out in early October. It looks like I think I said it. I checked, and it was the week after New York Comic Con, which I will be at. So hopefully I have a feeling that they will be dropping some really cool clips at New York Comic Con, and I'm gonna try and do a, like, face reaction that I'll, once they actually release the stuff to the public and it's on YouTube, I will then do my the reaction that I did at Comic Con, because I won't film the screen, but I'll film myself. I don't know. I'll see about doing that. But anyway, but I doubt that they will be releasing any of the other two character shorts that close to the premiere. They'll probably release one more. So they'll probably release Blake's next month, and in August, maybe like mid-August, and then mid-September they'll release Yang's. That's my guess. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm very excited to see them. I am very excited for Volume 5. And I'll have to now go and see what everybody else had to say. Because I love watching everybody else's reactions. That's why I started doing reactions. And unfortunately, I've definitely not made it to the level of a lot of other people. That's fair. I don't have very big reactions, and I'm not going to compare myself to other people, because that is not conducive to good online behavior, right? Anyway, I'm hopefully going to start doing a lot more reactions. Depends on how much editing I force myself to do, like in this one. But I should be hopefully getting out 1 or 2 reactions a week, if not more. Hopefully be more of, deserving of the followers that I have, of the subscribers that I have. Yeah, it's a little hard right now because I work kind of 7 days a week usually, and I also do a lot of traveling, so it's a little tricky. But, and also I've been having a lot of internet issues. The internet in my new apartment, which is uh, whatever. It's a tiny little apartment meant for extended. It's basically like a hotel meant for extended stays, so it doesn't even have a real kitchen. And the internet they have is crappy, and the internet I have is great. But the wiring they have here is so old that my great internet doesn't always work. And during like basically midday Saturdays and midday Sundays, the internet just disappears. It's really annoying, and they can't really do anything to help me. So that sucks. So it makes it kind of difficult to download certain things. I've been wanting to stream some gameplay for certain games, and obviously can't really do that when the internet is so unreliable. And yeah, yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, and I'm gonna see if I can salvage any of my ramblings into something coherent. And well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Once again, my name is Ricamus. Please, if you like the video, please like. If you want to subscribe and see some of my other videos, obviously subscribe. If you want to follow me on other places, I'm on the RWBY Amino app under Ricamus, and I actually have a Twitch channel right now, but I don't really use it very often. But if you want to follow me, it's RicamusPlays. I have only done 2 streams onto it right now, and they're gone because I don't know how to. I guess I should have saved them. They weren't very good streams, and actually one of them I had to cut off at the end of it. But they were of me playing Overwatch. But yeah, if you're interested in seeing some of my gameplay, I'm hopefully going to be streaming other things as well. But occasionally I'll stream on there. Like I said, it's RicamusPlays, all one word. You should be able to find me on Twitch. And like I said, Ricamus on RWBY Amino, Ricamus on the Rooster Teeth page, on roosterteeth.com, I mean. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye.